Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to have some girl time with you guys. I wanted to do a get ready with me where I can chit chat with you guys. So I am going to be using a mix of new makeup, old makeup, and then also try out new products that have been released recently. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So before I get started with the actual get ready with me, I wanted to thank today's sponsor, which is Wonderskin. If you haven't heard about Wonderskin, they are all over TikTok. They have amazing lip stains and that has been trending a lot lately. So they reached out to me and they sent over some of their lip stains and I've been practicing with them, but I will say they are so long lasting and you can kind of like overdraw your lips a little bit too to make them look a little fuller, and it just gives the appearance of a really nice lip, and you can eat, you can drink, you don't have to worry about it smudging. So I have here two of their lip stains and I wanted to show you guys how they work because I do want to show a new product that I'm going to use to prep my lips today for my makeup, but I did want to show you the lip stains. So it is called the Wonder Blading Lip Stain and it looks kind of scary because when you take it out, it's literally like a blue, there you go, it's like a bluish color. I'm going to go ahead and apply it on my hand here, and usually what I do is I just line my lips. You can either just line your lips and then put on like something else on top, or you can fill in your entire lip to give you like a lipstick type of look. And I'm going to wait a little bit so that I can show you guys how the stain works, but you're going to let this dry on your lips and then you can wipe it off and you will have the stain there. So after you let it sit for a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and wipe it off. And as you can see, this one is one of the lightest shades, which is XOXO. So this one will just give you kind of like a blush type of look to your lips, but I am going to do Bella, which is darker. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off the second color. This one is a little darker. So here is the second one right here. So this one's a little darker. This one is the lighter one. You can rub and rub and rub, and you're going to have that lip stain there. But for today's video, I'm going to be talking about their latest release, which is the Lip Rehab Serum Oil, and I have it right here. I'm going to be prepping my lips with this today. I always put something on my lips before I put lip liner, lipstick, all of that. I like to give my lips hydration. So today we're going to be using this one. So this lip oil is a pH powered shade that will add a touch of pink that is unique to each person that is wearing the lip oil. You can use it during the day, you can use it at nighttime as a lip treatment, and the directions say to apply a generous amount to clean, dry, bare lips. So I am going to go ahead and put a little bit of this lip oil on, and this lip oil does come out clear, but then it turns into a nice pink shade, and it's going to be different on everyone, but it's really nice if you just want to take it with you on the go. It will give you a touch of color as well. And it smells so good too. Kind of smells like sugary, like vanilla or something, and it looks amazing on the lips. This is how it looks when I first applied it, and we're going to see how this changes into that pinky shade, which I'm already starting to see a little bit of a difference. It's not sticky, I can talk with it, it's not stringy or goopy, nothing. I'm definitely going to be adding this to my routine of different lip oils that I have. But so far this is super duper impressive on how it feels on the lips, how juicy it feels. So now I'm going to move on to the rest of my makeup. So thank you so much to Wonderskin for sponsoring today's video. I'm going to leave their information in the description box. I'm going to leave the link to the products, and I'm going to move on with my makeup and we will see how this wears throughout my makeup application. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with my brows, which I have a very exciting new product that I received in PR. I heard a few bad things about this product, so I didn't even think about buying it, and when I tell you, it has been like a godsend to me. I have now put this down. I haven't even shown the PR package or anything, but I got curious and I pulled one of them out to try them, and I didn't think that I was going to fall in love as much as I did. So that product is the new Milk Makeup, and this is the Kush High Roll Brow Tint Gel. This shade is called Dutch, and This right here is a smudge-proof brow tint made with conditioning hemp seed oil and vegan tubing technology to volumize and define brows. And I heard like bad reviews about this. I even saw Michaela on TikTok say that she didn't like it. So when I wanted to try this out, I already had that in mind. So I was very cautious in the way that I applied it, and I was in shock. I was in shock. If you watch my videos, I always tell you guys that my brows are really annoying. They're really hard to lay them flat if I'm trying to use a brow gel, and the tail of my brow is really not too full. So I'm going to show you how this product works. Since I heard so many bad reviews, I just kind of started applying it like really lightly. This is very pigmented, and you can definitely see it starts to fill in the brow. And I used this one day to go out with my family. And when I tell you my brows did not move at all that day, they were set, they looked beautiful, and it only took me 5 minutes to do my brows. And I really like how this makes them look fuller. You just have to be very light-handed with it, because if you just like start swiping it really hard, it will look way too dramatic. Application is key with this. So once I apply this product, I clean them out with my concealer, which I'm going to be using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. And I'm just going to start cleaning the shape that I want. And while I do this, I wanted to kind of update you guys on life. I'm just going through like a huge life change right now, like a lifestyle change. Since I got pregnant with my second daughter, I've been a stay-at-home mom. These years have been so beautiful. I've been able to focus on my girls and just be there for them. And I kind of got used to this life, you know what I mean? Like, I made the best of it. I'm doing YouTube while being a stay-at-home mom. But I'm not going to lie, it was really hard on me being a mom, being there for my daughters, keeping up with the house. I am a neat freak, and I love cleaning, and I love my house to look good, and just cooking and washing clothes and staying on top of everything and dropping the kid, you know, the ones that were in school off, and finding time to film. Looking back, I'm just like, how the heck did I just pull off so much? Because it is hard. It's very hard to take care of kids and to take care of the house and to also do a work from home, because YouTube, it's a job. It's a full-time job. Now we have reached a point where my little Penelope started preschool. When I tell you the hardest, they can tell you that you are leaving your kid with like the best person in the world, and as a parent, it's just never enough. You always start wondering, what if they don't take care of her the way that I do? And it's honestly like the most terrifying feeling ever. I'm just a very protective mom. You can't trust everyone, is what I'm trying to get at. By the way, I'm using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil just to fill in the areas that I want to fill in. But do you guys see how nice? I cleaned it up with concealer, I put the pencil, and I'm good. Like, I'm good to go. So it was a very easy brow routine. This is definitely going to be my new go-to brow. I really was looking forward to that time where I would have time to myself to be able to film, to be able to work out, to be able to pour a little bit more love into myself. And now that that moment is here, I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about it. I am going on my walks. I am just being able to work. I did not like filming if I had my baby here and like not paying attention to her. That wasn't an option for me. So I always had to wait until Saturdays for my husband to help me out. I cried so much when I dropped her off. It was so difficult. Out of the three of my daughters, she has always been the shyest. She has always been the most attached to me. She has always been like the quiet one. And I'm picking her up in the line, and she's talking to the teacher. She's talking to everyone. She's big smile on her face. She gets in the car and she tells me that she loved it, that she couldn't wait to go the next day. I'm just very excited for her, but I was just so scared. And now I'm just like calm. So now that's what I mean by a huge lifestyle change. This is so big for me. I miss her. I miss her a lot. I'm trying to keep myself busy so that I don't think about it. But I'm just happy that she's happy. So I am applying the One Size Turn Up the Base Concealer. I used to use this as my eyeshadow base, and once I ran out, I tried a different primer, but I feel like nothing works for me like this concealer does. It just covers everything up, keeps my eyeshadow in place all day, and I love it. I have been on a weight loss journey since around after the holidays. I had gained weight and I was not feeling good about myself, but I wanted to do it in a healthy way. I didn't want to lose like a drastic amount of weight because I feel like for me it's very easy to gain it back. So since February, I have officially today lost 20 pounds. So I'm feeling so good. I want to lose maybe like another 15. So I'm going to do an eyeshadow look. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, honestly. I don't want to do nothing too crazy. So I am using this Milk Cosmetics Dark Matter palette. Really nice. I haven't gave it too much use, but it has like very basic, nice colors. So I'm going to stick to this side here. So I'm going to take this shade right here with a fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to put that on. So I'm going to take this shade next, and this is going to go more on the outer corner. I switched my brush to like, it's still a fluffy brush, but it's not as fluffy as the MAC 224, so that I can kind of keep it concentrated here on the outer corner. So I mentioned to you guys a while back that I started watching Game of Thrones with my husband. I think I stopped watching like around season 2-ish. I'm the type of person that if something takes too long to get to the point, I kind of lose interest. I've never really been like a girl who can sit down and watch like movie marathons. Like, give me one movie and I'm good. Like, I can't do more than that. But my husband loves to watch TV. He loves to watch movies. So over time, you kind of start like getting little things from your partner, and I've been enjoying just sitting down and watching shows and forgetting about like the real world for a bit. I get invested. I was not watching Game of Thrones, but then my husband kept telling me about House of the Dragon. And I was just like, if I can't keep up with Game of Thrones, which now I'm going to finish because House of the Dragon is literally like, I was obsessed. I loved it. I freaking loved it. So my husband got me the book. So I'm going to start reading the book probably like at nighttime before I go to bed. I'll read a little bit each night because I feel like I can't wait a whole year to find out what happens. So I'm just gonna read the book. I'm also excited for that. And I've also been watching another show that I never thought I would like. My husband also put me onto the show. If any of you guys know which the show, it's called The Bear, and it's about a chef, and it's so interesting. It's about a chef and it's based in Chicago, and so I'm really liking that show too. It's very different. I don't think I've ever watched a show with that type of concept. So let me know if there's any show that you guys are liking that you recommend. Do you guys see how the lips are getting like pinkier and pinkier? It looks really cute. Now I'm going to take, I don't know if I showed you guys, but the lighter color I used was this one right here. And then now I'm going to take like a deeper brown just to put on the outer lid to make it a little darker here, give it a little more definition. And I'm using a smaller packed brush. I am so sick right now, by the way. If you hear me like I kind of sound a little nasally, I thought it was allergies at first, but it turns out that I think it's a cold. I even had to use my asthma pump, which I haven't had to use an asthma pump in years. All right, so I think I'm just gonna leave this like this. I don't want to do too much on my eyes today, so I'm going to clean it up with a makeup wipe. And I like to clean the edges of my eyeshadow. When I clean the edges like that, I feel like it almost gives you like a facelift when you finish the rest of your makeup. I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara. Give Beauty Can't Stop Staring mascara. It's so good. It's way better once it kind of like gets a few uses because it does get a little thicker. It gives the lashes like a bunch of volume, and I do like that it has like a little point there that you can grab all the little hairs on the outer corners and inner corners, so you can get very detailed with this mascara. I'm not gonna put too much because I am going to put lashes on. For lashes, I'm going to be doing some of my favorite Ardell lashes. These are the Naked 424 lashes. They're perfect for when you just want like a simple makeup look. You don't want anything too dramatic. I just put on some of this Natasha Denona serum primer. This is called the High Gen primer, and as you can see, the glow is giving. I want to use this foundation. I got this a while back. It's an affordable foundation. This is from Makeup Revolution. This is called the Skin Silk Foundation. It's a luminous serum foundation and I got it in the shade F7. And I only used this a couple times, so I like to revisit my products just so that I can see how I feel about them. I remember liking it a lot when I tried it, so I'm just going to dot it on my face, and that color looks pretty good. I've been trying to get more neutral shades because the warm tones just look way too yellow on me. Very, very thin, very easy to apply. It doesn't have like super duper full coverage because you can still see a little bit of the breakouts, but I don't mind. For an everyday, I do have to go out in a little bit to pick up some medications, so this is fine. I don't want to look too done up. And I am applying the foundation with my favorite foundation brush, which is the Makeup by Mario F4 face brush. I think I really, really like it. It gave me a very luminous finish. It looks very natural, evened out my skin tone. It's not like a super duper full coverage, but it gave me enough coverage. I am perfectly fine with this. I picked up the new Hourglass Unreal Liquid Blush. I got it in the shade Scene. The way that it was looking on everyone, I was just like, I need that. And not even just this, the brush that they released. Their brushes are so good. So when I saw that they came out with a blush brush, I was all for it. So this packaging is really, really nice. It has a little like button here, so press it. I'm just gonna go ahead and dip the brush into that, and I'm going to apply this. I got this in the shade Scene. I kind of wanted the one that's called, I think it's called Whim, and this just blends out so easily, and you can definitely build it up if you want to. Almost feels like water. It's very like thin in consistency, and I just like how easy it is to blend out, and you can definitely build it up. I've been liking to put the blush first before the concealer because you can kind of be messy with it and just get it everywhere, and then once you apply your concealer, it will make it look the way that you want it to look. So for concealer, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Full Filter Concealer in the shade Coconut Flakes. And they sent me this shade recently. I had a different shade. I've never tried this shade before, but it looks perfect. Those are the areas that I'm going to apply concealer. So I'm going to use the Hourglass concealer brush as well for this, which is another good brush for concealer. I really like this one. Oh, I forgot. The coverage on this concealer is pretty wild. Next, I'm going to do a little bit of bronzing with this new cream bronzer that I picked up from Amazon. It is affordable. It is from Catrice Cosmetics, and this is called Melted Sun Bronzer. I'm going to be putting all the products that I use in the description box since I was chatting with you guys. Maybe I forgot to mention something, so everything will be listed below. This is how the cream bronzer looks, and I am going to apply it with an e.l.f. This is the, I get a lot of questions about this brush. This is the e.l.f. putty brush, something like that. But I really, really like it because it's like the perfect size. And this cream bronzer, I don't know if I got it in like, the shade looks a little dark, but it does blend out really easy. I used it the other day, and I do like the way that it really blends out so like effortlessly. I don't have to put in too much work, and it really bronzes the skin a lot. It gives it like a very realistic, like you just got back from vacation type of vibes. I'm also going to put a little bit on my nose since I did put concealer on my nose. It's looking very pale. So I'm going to take a concealer brush and just shape it, and then with the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush, I like to use this one for my nose, and I like to use this one on my nose. Ooh, I really like this cream bronzer. I like the shade of it. It's not orange at all, so it looks a little more realistic. First, I'm going to set with my favorite setting powder, and then I'll go in with loose powder. This is the LYS Triple Fix Translucent Powder. As you can see, I hit pan. I don't really hit pan on a lot of products because I'm always trying out new things, but this powder, if you have dry skin, it's a must-have. It's one of the best powders I think I've ever tried. And this Huda concealer, why have I not been using it? Because creasing, barely any creasing. I don't think there's ever going to be a concealer that's completely crease proof, but there are some that get pretty close. I'm going to use this is a Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush. It's really old, but it's the JH07. It's like the perfect size to get under the eye area, so I really like it for this. And this powder is everything. I'm gonna put a little bit right here because I do have scarring from when I had acne when I was in high school, so that helps to kind of cover it up a little bit. For bronzer, I'm going to use a drugstore bronzer. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and this is in the shade Deep Bronzer. These smell really good. They smell like a beach day, pretty much, like sunscreen, suntan lotion. So I'm gonna apply it with this new Makeup by Mario brush that I got. This is the F2 brush. So I've been loving his brushes so much that I just wanted to try out another one. Ooh, this is going to be a favorite brush. Wow, that's really, really nice. On my neck, I like to always put a little bit of bronzer kind of to connect the makeup that you're doing on your face to your neck, because usually our neck does not get tan or it doesn't get color, so you can see like a really big difference. Now I'm going to put a little bit of powder blush on top of the blush that I put on. I'm going to be using a Dior blush, and this is the pink blush. This is the old packaging. I've had this one for a long time. I mean, this color kind of went viral for a while, but it's like a really bright pink shade. I think I'm going to use the same brush but the smaller side just to see how it applies blush, because then it would be the perfect travel brush because you can use one side for bronzer and one side for blush. So yeah, that would be perfect. And yeah, really, really pretty. Okay, some on the nose. I definitely recommend this Makeup by Mario brush. We're going to put a little bit of loose powder on. This is the Givenchy Prisme Libre powder, which you guys, they changed the formula on this powder. I just found that out recently and I can't believe they would do such a thing, but they messed up big time. So I'm gonna put a little bit under my eyes here to kind of blur everything together, that blush and all that, and it also brightens really nicely. Chisel out this area here so that the contour and the bronzer kind of pop out a little bit more. And then with a brush, I kind of just like to kind of press it in. I wanted to show you a new product that I picked up that I was just in shock. But first I'm going to use a little bit of the Benefit Professional Super Setter. And then I'm going to use this highlight that I picked up from Ilia that I think is the formula that I have been searching for pretty much all my life that I've been doing makeup. So I'm going to see today if it applies nicely on top of powder, just to see if it's really worth raving about. So this is very, very interesting. This is the Light Shift Cream Highlighter. It's a weightless, seamless, natural glow. It has green tea, microalgae, squalane. This breakthrough highlighter creates soft, seamless radiance like your skin at its healthiest. The weightless formula melts in and blends effortlessly, shifting from a silky cream into a luminous veil. I used this the other day and I just packed it in my purse and I just wanted to try it out. Didn't really think it was going to be like crazy. And the more I applied this highlight, I realized that this is the type of texture that we've been wanting in a highlight. Because when you apply powder highlight, it can accentuate the texture, the pores. Sometimes it could look way too highlighter, like it looks fake. This looks like your skin is glowing. This looks like I had a little bit of oil to my skin, which dry skin girls kind of dream of that. It doesn't make you look oily, but it just adds this really healthy looking radiance. I did apply it with a brush the day that I used it, but I don't know if a sponge would be better. I'm gonna try a little sponge. Yes, this highlight, you guys, it melts into your skin. It just gives you a very nice natural glow. It's not too much, and it does kind of settle into like a powder. It's very weird. It's a very unique formula, but it works. You can use it over powder because I'm literally putting it over the Givenchy powder and it's not lifting any of the blush. It's not disrupting any of the makeup. So this is literally, I think, like the best highlight, especially if you're like me and you have dry skin. This will give you very healthy looking radiant skin. Now for my lips, so that we can finish off today's look, I'm going to be using a new shade from the Fenty. Look at that. I powdered my lips and I still have kind of like a tint from the lip oil from Wonder Skin. I'm going to line my lips with the Fenty Beauty traced out lip liner in the shade Peanut Butter. And I did pick up a new shade, Tulip Kiss. I wanted to try another shade in this line. So Tulip Kiss is more of like the nude, like peachy nude from the line. So I'm excited to try this one. So I'm going to go ahead and try the Tulip Kiss. So see, it does look more nude. So now I'm gonna go ahead and try this shade. Ooh, this is cute. It's not too peachy. Sometimes peach shades or like peachy nudes look orange on me. I don't think this one's doing that. Wow, yeah. I really love this formula. All you need is a quick swipe and it will last you a while. I think the products that I used today were really, really impressive. A mix of older products, newer products, and I think that my makeup came out really, really nice. I'm really liking it. These products really worked really nicely. So if you have texture, if you have breakouts, if you have just dryness, I think these products work really, really nice. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for spending some girl time with me. Comment anything down below that you want to share as well. I love chatting with you guys. You guys are the sweetest. And with that said, don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Aquí el calor es diferente, el sol está ahí, no, ey, la capital del perreo, todos quieren ser latinos, no, ey, pero le falta sazón.